poked his right nostril and knocked down number 2.
He talks about it, one of the most impressive debuts we've seen. I cannot wait to see. He's going to be a force. Unbelievable. How fast was that?
I want it all. I want it all. Let's go. Oh. And now taking the knee is James Brown. And down goes Frank Lester.
Oh, he looks worn out.
Takes that right hand, knocked down number 5, and we might be done.
Yeah, he's staying close. He's staying right in the range when he knows exactly where his opponent is. Just over him right there with that. Shoe guard is hurt. I'm not sure if he's getting that shot.
And down goes Frankie's shoe guards.
Oh, man, we are here live from Satellite 5. The Bare Knuckle Show is on. All kinds of stuff to get to today. We're going to talk to Ruben War. He's going to join us ahead of his main event this Saturday, BKFC Fight Night LA. I can't wait for that. And if you've been following the Bare Knuckle Show on Instagram, we said we have a major announcement today. And, you know, I'm so excited to know what this is. I'm not going to wait for it. I have president, founder David Feldman in studio now. Nice jacket. We got the same jacket. I feel kind of cool. This is huge. I appreciate you being on time and not just wandering in. And I know you're excited about this announcement, too. I don't know much about it, but you've been jumping around. It's a sellout crowd outside the studio. We had to kick people out of here because they're all here to hear this announcement. Everyone wants to know. You keep saying it's major.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on. Everyone's
all right, guys,
waiting.
you know we're based out of Philadelphia. All the fans, all the BKFC fans around the world, we're based in Philadelphia. Pennsylvania holds the record for the most times to turn down BKFC to attempt to do a show in Pennsylvania. And now we're ready to announce our first show in Philadelphia. It's going to be January 25th at the Wells Fargo Center. It's where the Flyers play. It's where the Sixers play. It's the biggest arena in Philadelphia, and BKFC will make its home there. And not only that, we are also going to announce that the first show will actually be Knuckle Mania.
Knuckle Mania 5?
This will be Knuckle Mania 5 will happen in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center, January 25th. And that's the first fight that we're going to announce is Eddie Alvarez versus Jeremy Stephens. Of course, we had to drop local legend.
That's right.
Badass.
King of the Underground.
King of the Underground. Experienced BKFC fighter fighting undefeated BKFC fighter, another legend in mixed martial arts. Jeremy Stephens will be one of the fights that we're dropping. This is the first fight that we're going to drop for BKFC Knuckle Mania. Knuckle Mania, it's going to be an off-the-hook card. It's going to be our biggest show that we've ever done. I'm so excited because I already got like 3,000 tickets reserved before the pre-sale for people that want to buy tickets. It's going to be unbelievable.
You were pumped up before when you couldn't tell me anything. Now I can tell it's like you had 15 cups of coffee. You're jacked up, and I love it. And I love the passion of us coming back to Philadelphia here. Once again, if you haven't heard, if you're just tuning in, Knuckle Mania 5.
And let me know what you guys think about the logo. You like it?
It's wonderful. Yeah, Rocky's on it. How could you not like it? Knuckle Mania 5 going to be in Philly, Wells Fargo Center, January 25th. Another important thing that you haven't said yet is through the Bare Knuckle Show, and I know we pulled some strings here, and we're able to do a 48-hour pre-sale through the Bare Knuckle Show. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So the pre-sale starts right now. The pre-sale is going on for our dedicated listeners, our dedicated fan base. We're letting you guys know that you can get in now. Pick the first seats, pick the best seats that you want, and you get a small discount when you go on there. So go to bkfc.com. It'll take you to the Wells Fargo Center Ticketmaster. Buy your tickets up. This event is, I promise you, it's going to sell fast. It's going to be sold out. 17,317 people will be in the house. 17,317 people will be in the house. Look at the smile. I also want to drop one more announcement. I have a bunch of guys that are going to fight on this. We're going to start dropping announcements here and there. But one of the other guys, he's a former, he is a BKFC fighter, for us. He fought once for us so far. He's a local guy. He's a popular guy. So Pat Brady will also be making his return to BKFC on that card as well. So we're excited about that. And then, like I said, as the weeks go on, as the days go on, we're going to start dropping. But the next thing I want to drop here, and I think I cleared it with Junior, so he might throw something at me right now. But
Listen,
we have a 10% discount at bkfc.com if you go to buy the tickets now. But we're going to drop the press conference.
Yes, listen. Let's take a deep breath because I'm excited as you are, but you're throwing a lot at people. So
This is unbelievable.
I know you're pumped
I am
up.
so fucking excited. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, you don't understand because when I started this thing, I did it in a warehouse right down the street from here with 10 people, maybe less than that in attendance, 12 people. 2 fights. It was unbelievable. But here we are. We're going to do the biggest arena in Philadelphia. I am so excited about this.
I know you're excited. The people in the chat are going wild. Hit that love button, man, because we're going to be in Philly, and Dave's pumped, and you should be too. Again, January 25th, Wells Fargo Center for 48 hours only. So you got to get in now. Use code Philly Special. Use code Philly Special at bkfc.com, and you're going to get 10% off tickets as a way to kind of honor you, the fans that support us. And I would travel here. It's going to be a great card if I didn't live here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm going to drop another fight next week at the press conference, another 2 or 3 fights, and then in about a week after that, I'm going to drop another fight that I think is going to be very, very big for us.
So I slowed you down because you are jacked up. Because this is your life's work, and now we're in our home city. I'm excited.
It feels so good, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Do you understand everybody that I'm saying? We got our fight. And the thing that I'm so excited about, and I have to tell you like this isn't about money to me. This is about support.
Yeah.
And the people that are going to me and asking me, can I buy a ticket? Not saying, can I get a ticket? Because they know how hard I worked, what I did, what I bled to get here, and that I need everybody's support. I need everybody that I'm friends with, everybody that I'm family with, to please purchase a ticket because this is going to help us succeed. We are going to do a big VIP giveaway, which we'll talk about later on your show in a couple weeks. We're going to do something spectacular for our fans that have been here, our dedicated fans. But this is going to be an amazing show. So not just amazing fights. It's going to be an amazing event.
Yeah, it's an experience, an event. It's not just, and I think it's important to say, especially Knuckle Mania, it's not just a night of great fights. It's a night of spectacle, of spectacular spectacle.
It's going to be
I'm
unbelievable.
laughing because I'm getting, since we just announced this, I'm literally getting text, people, you're right. And I'm going to say this on the show. Don't ask for comps. Support us. If you went to like a Burger King and you owned a Burger King where they come be like, give me a burger. They buy a burger from you because they want to support you, right?
Absolutely.
Same thing here. I already got two requests for comps. So we'll hold off on those. So you were talking about the press conference, and I cut you off because I want people to digest this awesome news. I'm pumped up, and I work hard, but I've never seen somebody with your work ethic. And now you get to bring the press conference first to Philadelphia, and I think that's going to be huge. Talk about that.
Yeah, it's going to be in South Philly. We're going to announce the exact location in the next day. It's going to be next Tuesday, the 26th. We're going to have the main event there. We're going to also have a few other fights there. We're also going to have Conor McGregor there in the house. So it's going to be a real great spectacle. We're going to have some other celebrities there. We're going to be doing some giveaways. We're going to be doing some Philly things there, some real true Philly things.
Am I invited? Am I allowed to come, Dave?
You're invited, and my man Joe Baldino from Philip Steaks, he's going to come down and give out some steaks to the guys.
Oh, I love Joe Baldino. Yeah, we're gonna be
great.
eating steaks, and I think I was told we'll be broadcasting the show live from there, so that'll be awesome. We'll get all the scoops for you. This is an event like no other, and the good thing is since we're here in Philly, we can kind of cover it in a way that we normally can't because we're not there.
So one of our sponsors gave me an earphone. It's Russia.
Okay, I know.
And
I
if
love
you go
Russia.
in Russia, you go into a Russia dome.
Yep.
And I'm telling you why I'm pumped, because I did the earphones this morning before I came in.
I tried the earphones.
And I feel so pumped, man. It's unbelievable. So everybody should check out Russia. It's really a mind-blowing, mind-awakening experience. Yeah. Bucked Up is going to be in the house with Bucked Up T-shirts, Bucked Up not merchandise, Bucked Up energy drinks, Bucked Up pre-workout. Everything that we have with Bucked Up is going to be in the house. We're going to be doing some giveaways there too. We also are going to have some Blackout Coffee giveaways with Blackout Coffee. They're going to be in the house. And we got a slew of new sponsors coming on board for this. I'm pumped. I can't wait. It's going to be excited. I can't wait because I can do a press conference in my own city for a bare knuckle fight that's happening here in Philadelphia. It's like the cherry on top of all this great shit that's been happening with this company through all our hard work. We get the cherry on top, and now get to do the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, January 25th. 2025. It's going to be
Again,
amazing.
that special pre-sale, if you're just listening, you have 48 hours. It is now Tuesday at 12 o'clock. We announced this. So 48 hours from Tuesday, whatever today's date is. I don't know. What's today's date? I woke up this morning. What's the 17th or something? What's today's date?
It's the 19th.
I don't even know where I'm at.
Yesterday was my wife's birthday.
Oh, yeah,
Happy
so you
birthday,
should know the happy
Christina.
birthday, yes. So that's the date today. You have 48 hours to get on this 10% off pre-sale. I don't care if you have to run, walk, get here by plane. This is going to be an awesome event. BKFC.com to get those 10% off pre-sale, Wells Fargo Center. It's going to be packed, and we know one thing about
guys,
Philly.
this
Hold on, it's
could
going to be loud. It's going to be loud and crazy.
It's going to be unbelievably loud. Listen, we're going to do a big watch party on the 21st in Philly for the 21st event, the Hard Rock. We're going to do a huge tailgate on the 29th with all the BKFC fans, all the BKFC girls. It's going to be unbelievable there. And look, guys, I don't know, but this could be the last time you ever see Eddie Alvarez fight in Philadelphia.
I was thinking that too, and he hasn't fought here in forever. Yeah. I mean, and last time he fought here, everyone was pretty excited.
Last time he
about
fought here, he sold out the Leocor Center, and now
View.
we're moving up. You know, he's moving up to BKFC.
Big boys. Yeah,
he's
right.
my man. He's
great.
awesome. He wants to promote the hell out of this thing. It's going to be unbelievable. The whole event is going to be unbelievable. We're going to be doing so many great things leading up to this event, and I am just so pumped.
And that's what I'm getting at. Like, you're saying the event's the 25th, and we know that, and that's the whipped cream, the cherry on top of the ice cream, right? But leading up to that, I feel like BKFC is going to be in the city, around the city, in Delco if you're from here, everywhere, kind of throwing a whole party leading up to it. You never know where you're going to see us. It's always something going to be going. So we'll be covering that too.
This is the biggest combat sporting event that will ever hit Philadelphia. This will be the biggest combat sporting event ever to hit the city of Philadelphia. I promise you that. With all the spectacles that are going on, with the fight card, with the crowd, with everything that's going on, the biggest combat sporting event in Philadelphia history. January 25th, 2025, Wells Fargo Center. You too, Brian Soscia, can buy a ticket.
I'll buy 5 of them, man. I'll buy 5 of them. I'll sit in the front row. I'll take the night off. It's
I
in my home
appreciate
city.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you fans and you guys and you great fighters out there showing the Pennsylvania Athletic Commission that they need to accept us. And now they accepted us with open arms. Really great shout out to my man, Ed Kunkel, the new boxing commissioner in Pennsylvania, who said, actually, I can't wait to have you here. This is going to be amazing. He's welcomed us with open arms, and I thank you so much. Thank the fans, thank the fighters, and guess what? January 25th, 2025, the biggest combat sporting event ever to hit Philadelphia will happen at the Wells Fargo Center with an unbelievable BKFC fight night.
Dude, call your friends, call your neighbors, and if they're not BKFC fans, tell them to come here live. And if you can't make it here live, you know it's going to be on screen. You can watch it, obviously. I think it'll be at a zone event, I believe.
Knuckle Mania 5. And our first Knuckle Mania, to some of the people that weren't fans then, actually happened during the pandemic.
Yeah.
We did it in February of 2021, and here we are in 2025, our 5th Knuckle Mania.
I can't believe we're at 5 already.
It's crazy.
I feel like
man.
we just started this.
It's crazy. It's going to be amazing, man. I'm so hyped. I'm so pumped. And I'm also really, really hyped for some of the things you're going to talk about today, because I think we have a banger on this Saturday night as a main event.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Yep.
This Saturday, it's going to be amazing. And now that you know that, I'm going to give it to you one more time in case you're just tuning in. BKFC.com. You have 10% off pre-sale for 48 hours from now. So make sure you get in, get those tickets. It's going to be awesome. If you can't hear, if you're deaf and you're watching the show, you probably enjoy it more. But you can at least look down here if you're deaf. Look down here. That'll tell you everything you need to know. Did you know that my show is #1 amongst deaf people?
Your show is #1 in this studio, too.
All right. Well, there you go. I'm excited. I know you're pumped up too. And we're excited about this weekend too as we head to LA. That's going to be a great fight. We have Ruben War coming on later. We're going to pick his brain, see what he's feeling. Let's go to the boys in the booth really quick. I mean, they're excited. They've been part of this.
Yeah, what do you guys think about a show in Philly?
I've already got people hitting me up for tickets.
See?
I'm sending people code. Do I get a special code?
Yeah, you get a special cut.
Yeah, it's called FU.
Well, the thing is, all the employees need to sell at least 20 tickets each to continue.
20?
I can do
No. You missed a 0, buddy. Listen, I swear when I tell you guys this, I sold a whole entire section last night. A whole entire section. 514 tickets I sold last night.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Shocked
This
me at
thing
all.
is going to go crazy, man.
Philly's
I am
such a fight
so hyped about this. I can't wait, man.
So in the booth, we asked you, you're so hyped. You're like being like me. You're so hyped. Ah!
What are
do
you
they
guys
think?
thinking?
Come
Come
on,
on.
give us some.
I lost my seat. Look how he's on the show today.
Well, it's an important show today. You need to have the
Junior.
18.
So listen, I want to hear specifically what Junior has to say,
he's
because
been-
this is something that I gave him 100 false starts that we were going to be in
Yep.
Philadelphia. And we've done shows, like I said, right down the street from here in a warehouse. in a warehouse in South Philly, in warehouses in New Jersey and Delaware, all around here. We've done this thing underground before it became legal. What do you think about the Wells Fargo on January 25th?
Honestly, it's a
Junior?
little surreal. I think it's surreal for all of us. I mean, it's something we've been trying to do for years, right? I mean, you know, who would have thought when we started this in an ice rink in Cheyenne, Wyoming, we'd have Knuckle Mania 5, a little less than 6 years later at the Wells Fargo Center, where, you know, I've watched Sixers games since I was a kid, Flyers games since I was a kid. I mean, it's surreal. It's awesome.
I'm excited about it too.
Unbelievable. I got the chills.
I know you did. I mean,
swear.
you guys look.
It's
look,
unbelievable.
Father
man.
and son. And look, we don't get Junior often, so let's take advantage while he's here. You did help build this, and you're a guy, and I'm going to give you the credit. I mean, Dave, you're a visionary. Dave, you work so hard. But Junior, you're a guy that's behind the scenes a lot. Not a lot of people realize everything you do to keep this machine running. So I want to give you credit on that today. And
I call Junior the glue. Like,
He
that's
is.
what I call him. He's the glue that held this thing together. Yeah, I had the vision. Yeah, I went out and had to do what I had to do to raise money. But without him and the great team that we have here at BKFC, we wouldn't be anything.
I've never seen Mr. Feldman so pumped, someone says in the chat. They're jacked up. So the other thing I want to know, aside from the announcement, is we have Junior here. Cut the camera back to Junior. I want to know what gym he's working out at. The guy's huge. You're getting big. You're like Scott Steiner. Look at that. He lifts the
Funny thing is, so Evan and I went to dinner at Hard Rock a couple shows ago, back at the September show. We get seated, and the hostess was like, "Wow, you have really nice arms."
Yeah, nothing for me.
Get on mic.
Evan's like, "What about me?"
Man, you got. I would think WWE's coming to town with those tries. Tries and buys over there. If you weren't married, you could lift the curls and get the girls, lift the weights and get the dates, but you don't even need that, man. He's like, that's enough. Anyway, well, we're very excited about it. I know they are as well. Dave, we got some other stuff to get to if you want to hang around for a couple minutes. Do you want to hang around for
sure.
some time? So
Just a few minutes.
First things first, I wanted to talk to these guys about this shifting. We never really talk much outside of BKFC, but there was an enormous fight this weekend. A lot of people were talking about Tyson Paul. And me and you talked about this, and you made a prediction to me on the phone, and I kind of tried to talk you into changing it, but I was wrong and you were right to begin with. So what did you think of that fight? And I want to find out what those guys fought. And I'll tell you one thing, and please don't take us the wrong way. I know you love boxing. I used to love boxing. I haven't watched it in a long time because I'm just so ingrained in BKFC. The thing I took out of this was boxing kind of bores me a little bit after watching it. I hate to say it.
No, absolutely. So here's what I say about the whole take. It was an unbelievable event. The event was unbelievable. They had superstars there. They had 72,000 in attendance. They did 60+ million views on the event. 10x or 6x, 10x any other viewership from any other combat sporting event ever. I mean, amazing, unbelievable. The event.
Yeah.
I still think it was good for boxing because the female fight, Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano, is what a lot of people are talking about. So they got to see a great boxing match like that. It's kind of, I mean, what I don't want to come out the wrong way, but I mean, what did you expect from a 58-year-old man?
I felt the same way.
Like, what did you expect?
I think everyone
I mean,
wanted
some
to see
people hoped and wanted to see
That's
Mike
what they
Tyson
sold.
bang, 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 and
Beat
knock
up Jake
people
Paul,
out.
yeah.
But what did you? 58 years old. You know what happens at 58 years
Hold on,
old?
I don't. I'm not there yet. You're closer than me, but I'll tell you something.
What?
When I talked to you about it, you were saying, "Oh yeah, that's what you're saying." I'm like, I don't know, man. Have you seen how Tyson looks? Have you seen how quick? Have you seen Tyson? And you're like, maybe, I don't know. But I did watch, and I'll tell you another thing. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if he's going to get in trouble, but I'm going to bring it out. Broken Brandon, I found out, was actually the one running the stream. That's why they're having all these problems. Look, we have a photo of it, I think. Broken Brandon running the stream. Here he is. He wasn't ready for that. There he is. I put this up with the song Broken from Seether when this was going on. I got more response out of Broken Brandon running the Netflix stream than anybody.
Now listen, man. Look, you got to take your hat off to Mike Tyson. At 58
Heck yeah.
years old, came in there and fought a 27-year-old kid who. Is he the best boxer in the world? No. But he's a seasoned boxer now. Like, he's a real professional boxer. Is he the best professional boxer in the world? No. Could he fight a real champion right now? No. But what did he do for boxing? He did so much for boxing right now. He really, truly did. And I think you got to take your hat off to Jake Paul. Look, he might not be anybody's favorite. A lot of people might dislike him. They might hate him, whatever. For what he did on Saturday night, 60+ million people watching that event live is unbelievable. I
agree. The other reason I think we should take our hat off to Jake Paul, for all the people that hate on him and stuff, because some still do. This guy, I don't know how much money he has, multimillionaire, maybe $1 billion. He's got a lot of money. His brother's the same way. They don't have to do what they're doing. He's doing, because he must love the sport of boxing, you would think, because you don't do it unless you love it and you're making good money, right? And then he trains nonstop. He's really given his life to this, and he doesn't have to. He's got so much money, he can sit down and do nothing.
Absolutely.
You got to respect that.
But I mean, I think he needs to come over to BKFC and fight Mike Perry here.
I would love to see that. In the chat, would you love to see him versus Mike Perry and bare knuckle?
In bare knuckle.
I feel like that's one of the next logical steps. It should be for Jake, because, I mean, if he wants to keep people talking, at some point, the shine's going to wear off of boxing a little bit. So we're here for you. Bare knuckle. I'd love to see it.
There you go.
Do you think we could get that done?
No.
The guy's at another level. If the guy comes over here and drops the gloves and he's just been studying boxing.
Let me tell you, though, I do want to tell you that I have talked to Jake Paul and team about some other things. So am I saying it's out of the realm of any possibility? No. But is it likely? No. It's not likely, but it's possible. Look, money talks.
And bullshit walks. Are you waving to me? BS is my initials. All right, so I think we have Ruben War coming on in a couple minutes. How are we looking? Is Ruben waiting, or is he there yet?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it's about his time, so I'll just bring him in.
Wait, bring him in. Dave's here. We can
Just
chat with him.
Stand by so I can get him in.
I was hoping to show you about I can't show it till later, but a BKFC fighter that just got another BKFC tattoo. And if you know who it is, don't say anything. I got video of it. He just texted me.
I don't.
He just texted.
Can we see that now?
I don't know if he can do it now. I can show you on my phone. All right, you got to get it up in a second? What are you guys doing back there in the booth?
I need at least a few minutes.
I need a blue chew. I mean,
Take 5.
Do they like the logo?
there it is. This is a fighter on our roster who recently got a BKFC tattoo on his thigh. It's a champion. His name's Kai Stewart. There he is. Look, he's got four there. And he said he's got his tattoo artist to write number 5 when he wins his next one. Wow. It's Kai Stewart. Just texted me.
I got to tell you, man, Kai Stewart's evolution, I talked about it last week, and it's truly unbelievable. I mean, really, truly unbelievable, you know, what he did to come from literally nothing in bare knuckle to be the, you know, world champion and defend his title 3 different times. Man, it's unbelievable.
I agree. It's fun watching him. That's the best part about the sport being so young as we wait for Ruben War.
Yeah.
Ruben War's another guy. We can watch these people come in at the start of their bare knuckle careers. They're not 20 fights in. They're not 5 fights. You watch them develop. You watch them change. You kind of get behind them in that way, too.
Absolutely not. So anyway, I'm going to have to jump. Thank you for having me. Guys, January 25th, Wells Fargo Center, Knuckle Mania. Please grab your tickets. It's going to be the best combat sporting event you've ever seen. Everything from start to finish. It's going to be unbelievable.
It's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. And I can't wait till those Knuckle Mania shirts go on sale. I want to get me one.
Nah, you're not getting one.
I'll pay
See you
for
guys.
it.
Thank you, guys.
Actually, they're about to be on sale right now. It's a special drop if you go to bareknuckleshop.com.
How do you know this stuff? I don't get told anything.
Yeah, you don't do.
There goes Dave. There you go. Nice transition there. The bare knuckle. Is it the bare knuckle shop? It's just bare knuckle shop.
Bareknuckleshop.com. Or if you go to bkfc.com and click on shop,
Bare knuckle shop.
we're about
Dave,
to release
just
that.
stand up and walk. They saw your back. It's fine. He forgot his water. That was my water that he took from me. Now I'm going to be hoarse. Bareknuckleshop.com. Go there if you like those shirts. Knuckle Mania 5's coming to Philly. You got the Rocky design. I'm going to be rocking one of them. I can't wait. I mean, what a place to be. I think Rocky Week's coming up in December, too. We should be promoting throughout that as well. How cool would it be if we got Stallone to come? I would love that. I know we have Ruben War.
Frank?
Take it back. I like him better. Do. I've talked to him. He's a boxing historian. That guy loves bare knuckle. I wonder if this is Ruben. Let's see if it's him. Somebody's calling me. If it's not, I'm in trouble. Should I answer it? I thought you said he was there.
No, I said I was bringing it.
Oh, I'll bet you this is him. Hold on. You're on speaker. Who is this? Can you hear me? Yo. Well, whoever you are, I can't hear you. Probably a telemarketer. If you can hear me, go catch a brick. All right. I don't know who that was. Let's see.
I'll tell you what, it wasn't a political call.
Yeah, no texts or calls. My phone's not going off every 3 seconds. That's good. A good line. So let me see if Ruben got back to me because we scheduled this. I want to make sure he's ready. Evan's commandeering the chairs.
You're done?
They stole his chair. Yeah, I guess. This show was very unstructured in a fun way. 927. What the heck's that mean? All he wrote back was 927.
Junior took my seat.
What does 927 mean?
Says area code?
No, he wrote back like 8, 7. Oh, that's his time where he's at, maybe? Oh, geez. Call
he's in California,
in now. I told him that yesterday. Call in now. There we go. Sometimes when we book fighters, it's a little with the time zone. Since we're a worldwide show here, it kind of gets thrown off a little bit. But we got to see Kai Stewart's tattoo. That was really cool. I know Ruben War. Yeah, Ruben War Might have some stuff. I'm curious if he has any comments about any other fighters he's looking at other than this weekend. We'll get to that in a little bit. You know, while we're waiting, I think we forgot about this last week. My sincerest apologies because I knew he takes time to pull these out. Vespi Selects from Billings, Montana. We missed them last week, and I just wanted to cover them while we have a moment. We can look at some of these great shots that Vespi gets there. I think that's Bashir. Is it Leo? Looking down his opponent? Yep. There you go. I mean, I say it every week, and you're tired of hearing it, but I just think it. Look at these shots. There's Luis Lopez laying one in on Roberto Armas. There's the dentist surveying his damage. I love it, man. There he is, the Superman. A lot of people wondering if maybe that's a fight for Kai. We'll talk about that a little later in the future. I mean, look at this. This really shows you, as the videos look amazing, right? And you can see this full motion. But this just shows you that second. You can see the wrinkles in the face stop. And if you're a dope like me and stuff moves too quick, it's nice to see the pictures as well. I'm not insulting you, Evan. You look
I
like
don't
you're
take video anymore.
Oh, that's right. You're a corporate
You're
Evan now.
insulting Brandon.
Brandon, I'm not insulting you. Look at that house. Look at I insult you. When I insult you on the show. I didn't mean insult your work. Look at that house. Look at that full house. There you go. Billings, Montana. Next one coming up, of course, this week in L.A. Ruben War is going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to. Oh, we have him. He's in the virtual green room. Let's bring him in. Let's bring in our buddy Ruben War. Fighting. Oh, look at that big smile. How are you, Ruben?
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
I'm excited you can hop on here. Top of the morning to you where you're at. It's a little earlier for you. Bovar Konnikov, this Saturday night, Thunder Studios,
Yeah.
Long Beach, LA area. Excited about it. I know you are too. Just first thing before we get into the fight, last time we spoke to you on this show, you were one of my favorite guests because you started showing us all this crazy stuff that has to do with your life. You had bullet holes in your car. Someone had shot at you. And it looked like you didn't get those bullet holes fixed. And I don't know if that was a money thing or a reminder thing or what. But do you still have the bullet holes in your car? And have you been shot at within the last 24 hours?
No, I haven't been shot again.
Good.
Luckily.
Good. Thank God.
But the shooting still happened right outside my house. Like, they happen almost every day where I live. It's crazy. There was a shooting right before I left to Cali to train. There was a shooting right in front of my house. Like, I mean, ongoing shooting nonstop. It just reminded me, like, all right, I got to do what I got to do to get the fuck out of here, you know?
So when you hear those gunshots ring out like that, that's a constant reminder. Like, you work really hard, but that pushes you even more because you're trying to get out of there. Where are you from, though? Where's this at? You're talking. What town?
Louisville, Kentucky, man. It's a grimy city, bro. It's a beautiful city, but it's a grimy city depending on where you're at, you know?
Yeah.
It's survival of the fittest where I live. A lot of people they don't want to exceed in their life, so they want to take it from others, you know. And then they don't care because to them they get a free place to stay and some free food. You know, if they go to jail or go to prison, they don't care about taking other people's lives.
Now, Ruben, did you grow up there? Is it your whole life in Louisville, Kentucky?
No. I grew up in L.A.
I thought so.
I'm from L.A. But I left when I was a teenager, and I never came back.
So, do you think that your time in your travels and stuff, like you're tough? I mean, you're 2 punches to take out Robbie Peralta. It was unbelievable. It was like the first round, you've been knocking people out. Where does one get that tough? Because I don't have it. Where do you get that toughness from?
I think it just everything that I went through in my life. It was, you know, I fought homeless. People don't understand. Like, yeah, I have losses on my record in MMA, but I was homeless. You know what I mean? I was sleeping in gyms, sleeping in cars, sleeping on the beach, and I fought just because I needed the money to survive. And on top of working a full-time job, like I never really had parents. I never had stability, like family. So when I had my two kids, I wanted to make sure that they had everything I never had, you know. I want to make sure that they don't ever feel the way I felt, go through what I went through, and I'll die trying to make sure that happens, you know.
That's the true mark of a great father, a great man, that you're feeling like that. Now, what about your kids? We spoke about them last time. I don't remember if we covered this, but they know what you do. They know you're fighting, I would guess. Do they watch the fights? And if they do...
Yeah, my daughter. So I FaceTimed them at 4:30 this morning because they go to school. They start school at 8:05, so I know what time they have to be at school. So I was up at 4:30 FaceTiming them this morning. and they were like, "Daddy, you're fighting this weekend." I said, "Yeah." She's like, "I'm not gonna blink."
He knows. So they just think Daddy's the toughest guy in the world. There's no concern from
yeah,
them.
they do, man. They're my biggest supporters, you know.
All right, great.
So,
That's great. So
yeah.
another thing I was reading, you said something like, "I'm right where I need to be." In some article I was reading right now, it sounds like you've never felt better.
Yeah, mentally, spiritually, you know. So last year was a tough year for me, man. It was when I got gunned down, it was kind of like a rude awakening for me. I've always let my emotions get the best of me. I've always let my anger get the best of me. And after getting gunned down like that and almost dying, I had to do something different, you know. And I was very angry at that time. I was very depressed at that time. So there was two things I could have done. I could have retaliated like my old ways and got myself in a lot of trouble, and you know, possibly ruin my life forever and my kids' life, or go to the gym and just work out my emotions. And I went to the gym, had no plans on fighting, and then I started going to therapy and trying to better myself, just because I put a lot of pressure on me as a father, you know, just because I'm all they got in my side, you know. With the mom side, she has her family, but with me, and when I raise my kids and when they're with me, it's just me. I ain't got nobody. So I hold this pressure, I hold this value as a father, and I didn't want to go down that dark hole anymore. So I went to therapy, and I just pushed myself in the gym, and then fell addicted to training again, and got in the groove and went to the tryouts, and now I'm here.
Yeah, you are here, man. 2-0, undefeated BKFC, first round finishes.
3-0.
Yeah, one no contest, and so far, I mean,
Should be 3-0. Come on, you know.
I'll just read the. Hey, man, I'm a broadcast journalist. I call it right down the middle. I'm telling you what I see, but I hear what you're saying. But one no contest so far. Both of them, as we talked about, came from first round knockout. And what was it like? I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know you'll know. I think it was like 6. Was it 6 seconds?
It counted 6 seconds, but we know it's faster than that.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I told you to correct me if I'm wrong. To take out Robbie Peralta. I mean, that guy's a UFC vet. He's been around for a while. What does that feel like? I mean, when you take someone out like that, you're like, wow, okay. You know you have it, but now you're like, well, I do have it. This is amazing. Well, what did that feel like? Give me that feeling.
Yeah, you know, it was just nice to shut a lot of people up. You know what I mean? Like, so many fighters in BKFC hate on me. So many people hate on me. It's not to shut the people up, you know, because they're not doing what I'm doing, and I'm doing it with 2 kids on my back. So they can say what they want, but I'm putting in the work. I train in the dark. I don't look for the spotlight. I don't look, you know, for attention. No, none of that. I just put in the work and do what I'm told as a coach and as a student, and I train my ass off. Anybody who trains with me will tell you I'm the hardest trainer in the gym, in every gym. And I'm in Cali, and people are still telling me, man, like, I don't know how you work the way you work. It's just built in me, man. I've been like that since I was a teenager. So
if it's built in you, that's great. That's all well and good, but maybe Bovar has it built in him too. How do you beat him? Why do you think you're good? Are you saying, oh, no, come on. How do you think you're going to beat him then? Tell us.
Yeah, I'm going to go in for it and one punch with that left hook. I promise you, that left hook's going to put him out. Yeah. I told y'all, don't blink on Robbie Peralta. I knew he was going to come in for it. I knew that my combo was going to work. I knew it. I saw it. I told David Feldman. I told Connor. Connor didn't even freaking open the inbox and read it. But I told Connor the day before to not blink. I believe in myself.
I believe in him, but I don't believe his internet connection. I think he went away. Oh, he's there. He's there. This is interesting stuff.
For everything that I've done.
Yeah. Every word. I'm hanging on every word. All right. So I don't know if he's still there. We're getting ready to wrap up anyway. Can you hear me, Ruben?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We got like 2 more and then we'll get you out of here. Listen, I think that
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. As long as you keep doing what you're doing, it's like a Kai Stewart thing. It silences the haters, and you're still going to have them. But I feel like you keep leveling up. And I'll tell you something I wanted to talk to. if you can get past Bovar, and you're saying you're going to keep on doing 1-round knockouts and stuff. I read that you said that, so you're standing on that. I like that. You're not just saying stuff in the press to sell fights. But you've spoken about Tony Loco Soto, who watches our show a lot. I see him in the comments, not deserving a rematch with Franco Tenaglia. Why do you feel that way? And I would guess it's because you're chasing a title too. But why do you feel that way?
Because I feel like if you, why would you want to get a rematch? I mean, there was no technique in that fight. It was sock and boppers. There was just people punching each other in the face. There was no technique. There was none of that. And to be honest, I respect Tony as a fighter. I'm not counting him out, but I believe other people deserve a chance to get that belt. And he failed. It is what it is, but he failed. He had his opportunity and he failed. You know, he's not doing what I'm doing. He's not sleeping people out, everybody in the first round. He's not taking fights 3 weeks notice and making them punch the air like I am. You know, he's not doing the things that I'm doing. I deserve, you know, when I knock Bovar out, because I will, and anybody can say what they want, but I will knock Bovar out in the first round. And when I do, I want my title shot. It's nothing against Tony. I feel like I deserve it. No one's fighting 4 fights in BKFC and doing what I'm doing. So
basically,
you know,
he got his shot kind of thing. Now back of the line, I want my shot. Maybe one day you get it again. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm working for my shit. Hold up. I'm working for my shit like an American citizen. I work for my shit. 4 fights in 1 year. I came from the trials. Nothing was handed to me. I worked for my shit.
Shit. All right. Look, I think we're losing him again. I wanted to ask him about if he knows.
I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
BKFC needs, and they need to pay you. I deserve.
Anyway, I think I can hear him. Can you hear me? We're losing you again. I got one more quick one for you. I can't really hear you, but this is not really to do with the fight. Just something I'm curious about. Anyone in the studio can answer this too. I've wondered this since we announced the LA fight. You're obviously cooler than I am. You're
can
more,
you hear me?
Yeah, I can, but you're more street than me. You're cooler than me. You know what's going on. So I remember when I was a kid, probably when you were not even born yet, Snoop Dogg used to say, "Long Beach is the spot where I serve my cane." Did that sound white? Long Beach is the spot where I serve my cane. Yeah. He would say that. What does he mean by that? Is that cocaine? What does he mean? Does anybody know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, yeah. Oh, they muted him. They turned his mic off.
I believe that's crack.
Oh, yeah, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Serve my cane. Well, I just always, I didn't know if you'd know that, Ruben. You're cool. What happened to the screen?
What's going on back there?
That's the OG. That's the OG in the game, man. That's the OG in the game. I'm gonna let him.
Well, Long Beach is gonna be the spot.
I'm gonna let him have his piece, man.
Let him have his grip. Look, I'm getting rapper here. This is great. I feel cool. Long Beach is the spot. This is why I did this. I was gonna kind of transition this. Long Beach is the spot where you're going to serve knockouts up. That's what you're saying. We're looking forward to it. LA, Long Beach area. BKFC.com. Very few tickets still remaining, and you should watch this fight because it's going to be another great fight. BKFC.com. If you can't make it, get there. Watch it on the app. Ruben, I'm very excited to see what you're going to do next. It's always a pleasure to have you on here, man.
Sir.
Thanks for making the time.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
I'm going to get a neck tattoo because of him. You look great. I couldn't. All right, Ruben War. The coolest real name, Ruben War. Thanks, Ruben.
That's a crazy last name. What's the, we should ask them, what's a war? What's the heritage? Is that?
He spoke about it last time. I could be wrong. He talked about it last time. I can't remember what he said. We have to go back and watch, but I feel like I might be making this up. I don't want to lie. I feel like he took that name or something when he was younger, maybe. Oh. I don't know. We'll ask him next time. He took it. He stole it. No, he took it from, I think it was, I don't know if it was, I might be making this up because I do so many of these. It might be like a mother or something or somewhere where I feel like, or adoption. We'll ask him next time or somebody else ask him when you have him on. I'll ask him when I see him in LA. All right. That was great to have him on. So let's go back to the top. We'll get through the mailbag real quick and we'll do some more stuff. We're kind of going in reverse because we had the major announcement, which I want to touch one more time, talk about it one more time. We announced today Dave Feldman was on Cloud. Have you ever seen him like that?
He's fired up.
He was he wouldn't shut up. And I don't mean that in a mean way. It's like he was pumped. He was like me.
I know.
It's like he had the bucked up punch. Little product placement.
We're buzzing around the office.
We are.
Everyone's a big deal for us.
Everyone's pumped. And we don't have to fly. We can just drive home when we're done.
I can't wait. I can't wait to do like the press conference and then go right home and sleep.
It's going to be weird, right?
20 minutes. I know.
It's going to be strange. But what I was going to say, what the hell was I going to say? Oh, we're all pumped up about it. I want to reiterate because this is very important if you're just tuning in. we announced BKFC Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Knuckle Mania 5, Philadelphia, Wells Fargo Center, January 25th. Tickets are on sale for the next 48 hours, a little less than that now. You got to get them now. BKFC.com. We're going to give you 10% off just because, the Bare Knuckle Show was able to kind of pull some strings here to hook the fans up. So BKFC.com, use code, ready? Philly Special. So the code is Philly Special. If you're listening.
No space.
Yeah, I was saying if you're listening and you're dumb and you can't spell, it's PHILOY, no space, SPECIAL. Philly Special. For that 10% off, 48 hours only, BKFC.com. It's going to be a huge event. We thought, what more fitting than the first fight to announce our hometown guy, the legend, the underground king, Eddie Alvarez, is going to be on there fighting Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens. So we figured we'd drop that with the Knuckle Mania announcement since he's the local guy first.
And what other fights are coming.
Dude, I heard some stuff discussed.
It's going to be the best Knuckle Mania yet.
You think so?
By far.
I mean,
yeah.
the couple I've heard, yeah 100%. So BKFC.com, grab those tickets. Let's get back to our mailbag. We saw Kai Stewart's new tattoo earlier. That was pretty cool. Another guy from Montana, Wesley Killigal. Oh, yeah,
there you go.
How'd you do that with both hands in your pockets, Evan? And why are your hands in your pockets, Evan?
Scratching something.
Oh, okay. Your leg's itchy. The Bare Knuckle Show at gmail.com.
Third leg.
You're dumb. The Bare Knuckle Show at gmail.com. That's the Bare Knuckle Show at gmail.com. Sorry for stomping on that. I forgot we do that. I usually don't stomp on that. It was bad. Wesley Killigal, another guy from Montana. He sent this in. He's promoting Bucked Up. He said, I got bucked up over the weekend. Check this out. Oh, is that what I sent you? Yeah. Is he going to show a kill here?
I got to sit up.
Well, it was a kill he showed me. He had like a picture. Didn't you get the picture?
Good. Shoot all deer. I hate deer. They freaking messed up my car.
Yeah.
Deer hit my car
Me
a couple
too.
weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's still in the shop, getting fixed.
You're okay.
$4,000 later.
You know what they told me?
You know what? The deer.
This should make you happy then.
There it is. That's the one he sent. That's what I was looking for. Let's get the bucked up can on the
a
head.
real image of the deer that Evan hit.
No, that's Wesley Killigan's
you know what?
deer.
The deer kept running behind the car, so it didn't even die.
Well, they say, my insurance told me, how dumb is this? You hit your brakes. Like, just drive through the deer. It's better. Drive through the deer.
Well, it was on the side of the road, and I kept driving, and then I heard it slam into the back corner panel. $4,000 later, and then I see it keep running behind me. I'm like, I didn't even kill it. It like hit my, it like kicked.
It probably
my
died
car.
somewhere else.
I hope it died.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, if it dies, there's a guy, I was watching a whole story on this, that he goes around, he drives around. It's probably online if you can find it. He gets roadkill. Like if it's still warm, he takes it, he'll freeze it, he'll cook it. I'm talking squirrels, I'm talking deer, everything.
I mean, you don't have to carve a bullet out.
Where's that kid? I think it makes me so nervous. Who's shooting guns in here? All right,
Philly's an earshot away. Probably.
You're going to scare people from coming. I do think we should get a travel package set up for people. We got to look into that because everyone's going to want to come to this. Yeah. BKFC.com, grab tickets. Let's go to Little Ben. He's all excited. I'm sure he'll be here. He's already asking questions in here about the show. Little Ben sent this in. We might have seen this before, but it bears repeating. Thank you for sending Little Ben. It's the garage guy. Did you ever see this?
Not everybody's at close.
This is the best.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
What a jerk off. Oh, Little Ben. Drunken fool.
They saw that coming from a mile away.
Come on, man.
Just go in the house.
There you go. And now, we were just talking about Montana. These guys huge in Montana and gaining some status worldwide. The Weekly Bust, we love them. This is from Sturgis. They sent this, and they must have been editing, and they just found it. They were filming the Bare Knuckle Bombshells, and at the same time, I was talking to the crowd, and they got this gem. Listen. Let's play it again.
What was that?
Play it again.
That's what I thought I heard.
Was that the perfect timing or what?
That is definitely going in the soundboard. 1,000%.
Why were you saying that?
I do that from time to time, so it's like a secret. And you know this if you watch the show. I'm going to tell you. We got a T-shirt gun that got stolen in L.A. I don't know where it ended up. It worked perfectly. It never failed me, right? So we got this new T-shirt gun, and it doesn't always work. I don't know why. It's just faulty. We're looking at getting other stuff. But the crowd, even though they're nice to me, and I would boo me too. If it doesn't work, they boo you, and you lose the crowd. I hate it, so I throw it down. I'll spit on it. I stomp on it when it doesn't work. So one time it shot, and it didn't. It just went like, it didn't shoot far. And I was like, it's like premature ejaculation. And I guess that's when Weekly Bus was filming. It's a gem.
It's good. It comes from the Weekly Bus. There's all
It's good. Oh, I'm turning red. I'm sweating. All right, let's go. We'll play that again another day. I love that one. Let's go over to Denver. Dan sent this, and he said, I've never sent something in before, but I've been watching for a while. I hope you guys can use this. I enjoy the show. I know you like the punching machine stuff. Look at these yahoos, he calls them. The shot at the end makes it all worth it. Let's watch.
Behind it all, so you get the full impact.
Come on, you geezer. There's more? Oh no, oh no.
Oh,
That had to be the one at the end. Well, there you go.
There you go.
That's what those guys do on a Friday night, I guess. That last one was worth it. Thank you for that, Denver Dan. Please continue sending stuff in. That was great. Oh, Evan,
What?
look who's here.
Who's here?
It's Randy the Pervert.
Oh, my boy.
The guy missed 2 weeks. He's back on it. Randy the Pervert saying, Crystal Pittman is back posting on Instagram. He's alerting us to this, it seems like. I remember this. When the hurricane hit Florida, I shouted from the mountaintops for people to subscribe to her OnlyFans to support her. Her most recent development is another reason to support her. Watch the video. This video is like losing a girlfriend, but then immediately getting a hot-to-trot sensual beauty to recover with, he put in parentheses. The simple hair change has made her feel so new and has revived my old messy computer area. Let's see what he means.
Imagine the day they see you again. And you are just, well, better. Imagine the day
What
they
a
see
what a
you again.
goofy guy. So
What was
is
his
he-
message?
I think what he means here, I'm looking. The simple hair change has made her feel so new and revived my old messy computer. He said it's like losing a girlfriend, but then immediately gaining a hot-to-trot sensual beauty to recover with. So he's saying that if you lose a girlfriend, it's like basically, I think what he's trying to say, I'm guessing the perversion here, I think that he's trying to say, what I'm gaining is that it's like a new woman.
Oh.
So like, read between the lines here, but I guess when he looks at those photos of her with different hair, it's like having another woman. I think
Oh, I
that's
see.
a hot-to-trot sensual beauty to recover with.
I think Randy's getting a little PG. I like his old messages
Dude.
about slinging web. Those ones.
Randy,
Randy, do better. Get a little dirtier next
we
week.
have not had Randy for 2 weeks until last week, so I'm just happy he's back. Anthony, we know it's you. All right. He's going to admit to it. Big Ben Rothwell is ready to do big things. This was sent in. Let's watch this video, and we can probably talk over it. What song is that? I don't know if we can even play it. But this is Ben Rothwell running through people, it looks like. Just, okay, this guy loves Ben Rothwell. I love him. Can't wait to see him fight. What do you boys think is next for him? I know what I want to see next. I don't know if it is next. I'd love to see Big Ben Rothwell challenge for the World Championship, the heavyweight title of the world with Mick Terrell. I think that'd be a fun fight to watch. Is he there yet, Evan? Is he ready to go, Big Ben Rothwell, for that fight?
Yes.
I think so, too. Dude, I'm going to try to, you know what? I'm just saying, I know where I want to try to get that fight. I think I'd like to see it in my hometown.
Yeah.
You think they'll book it? Yo, start yelling about that if you want to see that fight. Mick Terrell and Ben Rothwell. They're probably going to get mad at me for booking a card here. But I do want to see that fight selfishly.
Me too.
All right. Well, hopefully the fans want to see it too. Let us know in the chat. Hit up Nate Shook as well if you want to see that fight. This is something for a heavyweight title. You know, even if it didn't take place in our hometown, I just want to see the fight.
Right.
I do. It'll be fun. This was sent in and just said, football freak. Don't know if this is a dad or a coach, but he almost killed the kid.
What?
Jesus God.
Who's got a helmet on? I'm screaming.
Look. I saw this before. Look at the dad. Or the coach. He's like, yeah. He's trying to like be cool and not check on him like nothing happened. Oh, gosh. All right. This next one was sent in, and it's simply the only thing they put. This is from Joe. It says, ouch. It says, ouch. What are they saying, Evan? They're saying come to BKFC Philly.
Yeah.
BKFC.com for that 10% off. $48
Philly
only.
special.
Whoa! Dude, I would kill that guy if he did that to me.
You know that water has got every disease.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of that. I'm
That's
thinking
the freaking
that's so dangerous.
The Bangkok River rash you get falling in that.
Bangkok River Rash. So it's called. I think I fell into some. I should be quiet. No, I'll say it. I think I fell into some people. No, I'll be quiet.
Say it.
I think I fell into a couple things in college that got me the Bangkok River Rash.
I bet you did.
Oh wait, I just made that sound. That could go either way. I didn't mean it like that.
I've heard you do.
Stop. All right. Tony Loco Soto, we love the content he puts out. I saw we were talking about a rematch with Ruben War earlier, if Tony could get that with Franco Tenaglia. Ruben War doesn't want to see it, but I think it's interesting because Tony was like acting like he was on the phone, setting up the rematch last week. We didn't get to play that, but this week, Tony actually sent this content. He was watching Mike Tyson, Jake Paul like everyone else, and he liked what he saw.
Listen, what Mike Tyson did last week, was monumental. 58 years old, going out there, putting on a show. It really inspired me, you know what I'm saying? And, I hope it inspires others.
No fucking way.
Listen, what Mike Tyson did last week.
Oh my God.
Tony Loco Soto liked what he saw.
It really inspired me, you know what I'm saying?
You said that, not me.
I hope it inspires others.
Could you imagine? You see those other people in there. Imagine like you're bringing your kid to sign up at Tony's gym for like boxing classes, and he comes to the door.
Oh, Tony, that should go by. That should have 1 million hits, man.
That's so good.
Tony, that was great, man.
I'm gonna reshare that. That's too funny.
Yeah, I loved it, dude. And I got to tell you, I heard somebody in the booth. I couldn't hear who it was. We got to see that again. I don't know if it was because it was funny or what you're thinking, but I can tell you a couple things. Tony liked what he saw with the Mike Tyson fight. I don't know if we liked what we saw. We thought it was funny though. I can tell that Tony must work out those glutes. Let's leave it at that. Let's move on.
So real quick, you ever see like the jumbotrons at like NBA games and NHL games where they have like look-alike celebrity?
Yeah.
You ever see that?
Yeah. The doppelgangers. What, you got one? Hey, pose like that, Evan.
What?
You're a doppelganger. Clean yourself up and pose like him. I thought that I was watching the debates, dude.
Come a little closer to the camera.
Yeah, get closer. Can I frame it up right? No, Terry, you got to put your hair off your forehead a little bit. Put your hair off your forehead a little bit.
He parts his hair the other way.
Well, we're gonna, for Halloween, you should have been him. You're out of frame, dude.
Oh,
There
well,
you go.
take it full screen. Oh, I see. Hold on.
There you go. Oh my God. Dude, I've been thinking that for a while. I thought that during the debate. I'm glad we're spotlighting that now.
That's
All
great.
right. Well, there you go. Doppelganger for Evan. There.
Proud to look like JD.
JD's a good. He seems like he's got it all in order. I'm excited to see what he
VP.
does. Your VP. I love it. All right, let's move on. Some more news happening here in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, and we didn't cover this. I just saw it. We have a retirement here. I got about 40 seconds of this video. It's like 15 minutes long or something. Danny Christie put it out. Let's see what it say about his retirement. I didn't realize this happened.
Yes, good morning, brothers and sisters. I hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's having a nice day. Thought I'd come on and give you a bit of crack. Announce my retirement. I'm walking away from the BKFC. What can I say? I'm fulfilled. I've had one hell of a journey. Some fantastic experiences with the BKFC. Some brilliant highs, some brilliant lows. And like I say, I feel fulfilled. There's nothing really else that I want to do in the game. I don't want to really come back to the UK and start fighting on these shows, and that after being on such a show like that.
There you go, man. He's look, it's a whole long 14-minute piece. I just wanted to spotlight Danny Christie because in my dealings with him, I like him. I'm actually a big fan of his YouTube channel. You can watch that whole video, 14 minutes. I think it's worth a watch. He talks about Dave Feldman. He talks about Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and how much they've just been professionals to him. He said nothing comes close to fighting. Ready for this? He said this. Nothing comes close to fighting for BKFC, not even sex. He seems like he's very at peace. He said he's got a lot to say just for his views on bare knuckle fighting and why he's not doing it anymore. It's worth a watch. 14 minutes when you're done the show, you can watch it. His channel's The Real Danny Christie. Like I said on YouTube, I'm a big fan of it. So thank you for fighting for us, Danny Christie, and I hope you find your way back to some events. I'd love to shake your hand and tell you that in person. Thank you. That helps feed all of our families. So we'll look forward to your next move, whatever that may be. It's been fun to watch you. Danny Christie. Another one retiring, man. But I feel like guys always come out of retirement, so selfishly I kind of hope Danny does. Let's talk about the youth movement here. Somebody who's not even close to retiring in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He's fighting in Atlanta. We're looking forward to that December 6th. I love this kid. I think he's a tremendous upside. And I actually filmed this, Evan. I'm proud of you don't realize this because you put this up or whoever edited this together. I filmed this. I'm proud of my camera work here from my phone. He's going to fight Justin Nightmare Street on the 6th in Atlanta, the 6th of December. Let's kind of, if you don't know Nathan Rivera, let's see how the Rivera era kind of started with us and what it entailed. We've talked about it, but here you can watch it.
My man Nathan Rivera wrote me a letter. He said if he wins, he wants me to open up and read it.
Come on, bro. Let's make some money. Yes, sir.
You got it.
Yes, sir.
I like him.
Yeah, he's great.
I like Nate.
I like him a lot. He's
dude.
He's easy to talk to. You know, he came to the tryouts, I think, on his own dime in Philly, just to kind of see his competition.
Him and Mrs. Rivera.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of fighters there, but he made the long trip. He's not a PA guy. I'm excited to see what he does next. I think, like I said, there's tremendous upside with Nathan Rivera. I think he's a marketing genius. Some of the conversations I had with him, just doing that alone sold me on him. And then what they didn't show was after that, he came out after his fight and called my name. He said he wanted to come on the show. Huh. And
bring him on.
Did we have him on before? I thought we did. We'll bring him on. Well, he's going to come on again. Right. But big fan of him, and he just wants to market. If you met him on the streets, you'd be like, "You do bare knuckle fighting?" He's so like mild mannered.
Yeah, I know. What's his day job? He has like a normal job, doesn't he?
I don't know.
I forget.
Building the Rivera era.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some more fights in Atlanta. We're looking forward to it December 6th. BKFC.com. Grab those tickets. One of my favorite fighters, I don't shy away from saying this since I've seen him for the first time, Joe Hitman Elmore. He's fighting in Atlanta. Let's watch this piece about Joe.
This is my shit, baby. Yeah. He's hurt. Tell him get ready to party.
More vicious and mean. My style's just nasty.
Great counter right by Elmore walking through that right hand. There's a good left hand, a right hand, another right. I love you motherfuckers. Let's go. Good right hand from Joe Elmore. Always, I told you motherfuckers.
He told you, Evan. He was calling you out. You hear that? He said, "I told you, Evan."
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Naughty.
Joe Elmore is a pleasure to watch fight. He's like a Julian Lane. I don't care who he's fighting. I know it's going to be an awesome fight. That guy has this never say die attitude. He's never been knocked out. One time he offered $10,000 to anybody that can find any footage of him being knocked out. And I'm curious to anybody on the staff here, if you guys have ever received, because you wouldn't think it if you don't know Joe. You think he's a savage animal, and he is. He is in the squared circle. Mm-hmm. But outside, when he's not fighting and you're talking to him, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
That's most fighters.
No, this is different level nice. Like, did you ever get a Joe Elmore hug?
I don't think I've had the
Do you know
pleasure.
what I'm talking about?
I'd love one, though, Joe.
Joe, we want a hug from you. Evan needs one. Has anybody ever gotten a Joe Elmore hug when he sees you? He does this thing where he comes up to you, like lays his head on your
Comes
shoulder.
from behind you. And
You better be careful. It's Joe Elmore. He'll beat your ass, dude.
I thought he's nice.
He's nice, but you deserve an ass
I'm
beating.
talking about the hug that you asked for.
No, he does this. Just shut up. He does this. Come here, I'll show you. I'll show you what he does. Come here. You want to say?
No.
Okay. Has anyone in this? You guys are being. What are you muting there? Did you ever get a Joe Elmore hug?
Never got a hug, but I will second that he is probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met here.
It's like he lays his head. Thank you, Dave. I didn't mean to scream at you. Sorry, sir. I forgot it was you in there. So he lays his head like on your shoulder and he rubs your back really gently when he does it. You go to see it at the next fight. Now
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen him do that. Yeah.
He's such like a delicate man, delicate individual, but when you get in their squared circle with him, you're going to get the shit beat out of you, and he's not going to. The man bit his tongue off one time in a fight, and he's yelling at the doctor. Remember, was that Tom Schoaf, I think, fight?
BKFC 12.
Yeah, he's like, don't stop this fight. Dude, Joe's amazing. I can't wait for Atlanta. BKFC.com, Guest South Arena. Grab those tickets. It's going to be a great fight, man. There's so much more. You can see it all there. Speaking of BKFC.com, before we get out here in a couple minutes, I always like to spotlight some of the articles that we put up there, some of the comments we get. We talked about Kai Stewart earlier. Kai Stewart is just on top of BKFC in his division right now, and we're excited to see what he's going to do next. If you go to the website, you'll see an article on him. One of the comments we got from his, he says, "I don't own my Montana ranch yet with a creek running through it. And I'm not taking my foot off the gas till I get there. I still have a job to do. I'm truly the king of BKFC, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability. Dave Feldman and Conor McGregor won't be disappointed, but putting all their chips on me." Well, that remains to be seen. I mean, but right now, Kai Stewart is on top of his division. The king has every right to talk like that, but everyone's targeting him. Matter of fact, also on the website, there's Louis Lopez. Louis Lopez says that he feels a lot more locked in now, and he told us that he's ready for whatever BKFC has for him. He said he'd like to fight someone in the top 5 so he can work his way back to a title shot. I believe that I can beat Kai. I see myself with a belt in 2025. So again, there's more to that article. You can read more about it, but Louis Lopez, he's talking about Kai. Everyone's got Kai's name on their lips. And then there's this Superman, Brandon Allen. He's extended the BKFC win streak. I think it's 5 fights from his most recent one in Billings, Montana. He told us, I honestly think I have to be next for Kai. Who else is there for Kai to fight that isn't me? I feel like he's trying to fight everybody else. Kai, I'm next. So you can read more about that. A lot of people looking to take Kai's kingdom away, to take his title away. Moving on from there, Carlos Trinidad Snake, another up-and-comer here after smashing his way. What was it? I think he's 6-0 now after Montana. And he's not happy, he says, unless Santa brings him a bout agreement to battle BKFC welterweight champ Austin No Doubt Trout. To Trout, he told us that here's how he feels. I'm going to finish him like the rest of my opponents. He thinks Trout doesn't have anything for him. He doesn't think he's slick. He thinks he's an old man. He said, I'm young, I'm fresh, and I'm going to be the new champion of my division. Carlos Trinidad Snake, not mincing words, speaking out. We'll see where that goes. You can follow developments at bkfc.com. So that's just kind of in a microcosm what's going on the website. And you can get involved there, and you can also buy tickets. You can grab the app. It's a great place to check out. You can follow us on all our socials as well. Last thing I want to do is I always like to go through the upcoming schedule. I think we have that as well. Let's go through the upcoming schedule first, and we'll see what we have coming up here. And then I want to say some words about something else that we're dealing with here in BKFC after this. But I do know November 23rd, which is coming up, man. It's coming close. This Saturday, we just talked to Ruben War, Fight Night. Looking forward to that in LA. So very few tickets remaining, bkfc.com. It's going to be a great card. Moving on from there, we're going to see, of course, Atlanta. We were just talking about that as well. That's going to be a great fight. That goes down December 6th, bkfc.com. Grab those few tickets that are still remaining at the Gas South Arena. And you can also watch that on the BKFC app, bkfc.com. And then our closer, our home away from home, Hollywood, Florida. What a card that's going to be. You can see it here on the screen. You got Christine Faria, the Misfit, the world champion versus Vissens. And, that's going to be a stiff competition for her. I think it's her hardest one to date. Then Jared Warren, Mike Richmond. A lot of people excited that, too, for the title. It's all there. BKFC.com. If you're trying to get tickets, get in there. Now that we got through some of our upcoming schedule, we announced Philly, too. We should probably hit that again, too, right? I mean, it's the big one. There it is, Knuckle Mania 5, Philadelphia, Wells Fargo Center. The first fight announced, Eddie Alvarez versus Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens, the king of the underground, is going to be returning to Philly. We were very excited to kind of make that announcement in tandem at the Wells Fargo Center. Tickets, what I'm told, are already moving quickly. BKFC.com, they said it in my ear, people are buying them up because you got that 10% discount for you, the loyal fans, on the pre-sale for less than 48 hours now. Philly Special's the code.
Yes.
No space.
No space.
Philly Special. Go to bkfc.com and grab those tickets. Less than 48 hours to get the pre-sale.
Seats are going already.
They are.
I just checked the map.
Yep. You saw it. Okay, somebody told my ear, too. They're flying. This is great. We love it. Our big return, there it is. Philly Special for that 10% off for less than 48 hours. bkfc.com. And if you're not in Philly, I urge you. You want to come to a Knuckle Mania. Now, can you imagine coming to a Knuckle Mania and it being in our hometown on our debut? Mm-hmm. What kind of show is this going to be? Travel in. I'm trying to tell you so you don't miss out and get shut out. You got to book your flights to get here now. It's going to be freaking awesome.
You can fly to Philly
Evan,
cheap.
Evan, don't you have a couple rooms for rent?
Yeah, if you want. If you don't mind the baby screaming, you can sleep in the guest room. You can sleep in the basement. I'm going to start at $1,000 a night if you want to sleep at my house. And we'll start the bidding there.
What about as far as childcare? Will they do like $850 if they care for your kid for a day where you go out with Kate? Do you trust them? Do you trust the bare knuckle?
Yeah, I do. I trust some of the Mania. I think the bare knuckle people will have no problem with that at all.
Okay, I like it. All right, so we're talking about your baby. We're talking about a lot of stuff. The thing that I really... This is hard for me. I'm sorry. I think it's hard for our whole staff. I'm just kind of trying to switch gears here because we are very excited today for the big announcement we made for Knuckle Mania 5, but it comes with a heavy heart. If you saw the top of the show, and if you've been to any of our fights, there's an amazing guy that works security. His name is Dan. Big Dan, I used to call him. Dan is... I heard President David Feldman say this the other day about him, and I agree. When people die, you go, oh, he was such a great guy. He could have been a piece of dirt, but they always remember you like you're a great guy. That's not true at all with Dan. He is a great guy. 100% he was a great guy. I loved every second I had with Dan. Dan unfortunately passed away with a very rare form of cancer. You've seen him around ringside. He's in the black suit, kind of like he looks here. This is how he looked. He was always there to protect us, to just, the other thing about Dan is he never got sucked up in like celebrity status, having to get pictures and stuff. He was just there to do his job, and he was a part of the family. And I feel like when we travel, as much as we all do, on the road, every weekend almost, we kind of become a family. So I do feel like we lost a brother here. And God, I'm a man of God. I believe in God. I'll be praying for his family. And this rocked our organization. Dan, we love you, bro. And I know that there might be some other words that want to be said too.
I mean, what I remember about Dan, one thing is that he could just make friends with anybody. Like recently, like at the Hollywood show, we were on the plane and he was just sitting next to a guy and he had just met him and they struck up a conversation and they talked the entire flight. Like I remember being annoyed. I'm like, this guy is talking the entire flight. Oh my God. But that's just the kind of guy he was. He could make friends with anybody. And he just met this random guy on the flight and they talked and were laughing and were like best buddies by the time they landed.
Yeah,
that's just how he was.
No, he is. He's very. It's easy to talk to Dan, and I think that's also the reason when you're on the road with so much. You have family stuff, you have personal stuff, and if you need any help, Dan was there for you as far as not only security but just a person, a good person. I enjoyed my rides with Dan. Apparently, Dan was like a really good at baseball, but I didn't even know he was an opera singer.
Was he really?
That's what it said. I didn't know that. If I would have known that, I would have tortured him. I would have made him do it all the time. Yeah. Why didn't he sing the national anthem? We could have gotten him in there. But I do miss Dan already. I love him, and I just want to send my sincerest thoughts out to his family and friends outside of this organization. And privately, I talked to Dave, and we're going to be doing something nice for Dan, I hope. And I think that it'll be a great thing, a great way to remember him. God bless you, Dan, man. We loved you, and we'll see when we get there on the other side. Anybody in the control room, Junior, I know that you feel a certain way too. Maybe you have a couple words. Now you're a man of few words here, but
yeah, I mean, look, a lot of you guys know we started this as a family business, and it still is a family business. A lot of people have come along the way, and we're a family. So we're coworkers, but at the end of the day, we're a family. We travel together. We're on meetings together. We eat dinner together on the road. We're one big family, and I'll be honest with you, man, we're hurting. This one sucked.
Yeah, he's got a
kid.
kid.
It was sudden. It came. He was supposed to work the Denver event, and he had some. I don't want to go too bit into details, but he had back pain. It turns out, Cranston followed up with him to see if he was good for the Montana event, and he kind of told him what was going on. And look, this fast, there's a memorial for him on Saturday. That's how fast it happens.
It happened really quick.
It sucks. I'm not gonna lie, man. It sucks.
It's terrible. And you know what? I think that the best thing to say here, Dave, is something that I truly believe in. And unfortunately, when stuff like this happens, it always reminds you of it. He was 2 years younger than me. He was pretty young. And this can affect anyone. It can affect anyone at any time. And he had I know he had at least one kid, but it can affect anyone. And I think it's really important that this happened so quickly. Just I urge you to tell the people you love that you love them, and tell them how you feel about them, and put all your cards out on the table as far as your relationship with your loved ones. I'll share this with you. I heard what happened with Dan, and I was going to call him. And I waited a little bit. I figured everybody was calling him, and that was a mistake because now I can't call Dan. I didn't say what I wanted to say to Dan. You understand what I mean? So just please, for me, tell your loved ones and the people you care about how you feel about them. And I think that's a great way to end the show as far as going out there and spreading positivity in Dan's name. And we love you, and we'll remember you. And I know Dan would be pumped up about the Philly event, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He'd be pumped.
Oh,
He'd be
yeah.
jacked,
He's watching. He'll be watching.
He is, man. Dan, let's kick ass in Philly, brother. We love you. And you know what? We'll keep kicking ass on this show. R.I.P. Dan, man. We love you, brother.